Module 4, Loving Disruptions. Day 16 is about the 7 centers of love consciousness. We view and respond to life and love in a different way depending upon which center of consciousness is predominant in our life. Operating from our 3 lower and more physical-oriented centers, we may focus our attention on gaining security, feeling sensations, or having power. As we enter the higher love center, our personal, self-centered neediness gets lesser. From there, we expand to higher and higher levels of awareness and consciousness beyond ordinary thinking. As we become accustomed to viewing life and all of our experiences from a higher, broader, and more expansive and inclusive perspective, the petty disturbances of everyday life become less and less significant. In the previous lesson, we learned about the 12 pathways to unconditional love. As we begin to operate more consistently from a higher, more spiritual center of love consciousness, we come closer and closer to experiencing truly unconditional love. Day 16 is the 7 centers of love consciousness. The first love center is the security center, a continual struggle to get enough food, shelter, security, love, sex, money, happiness. It's a state of seeking, struggling, needing, and being very upset when we don't have it. Survival was my only hope. Success my only revenge. By Patricia Cornwell, an American writer. The second love center is the sensation center. We're all familiar with this. Continually seeking happiness by providing yourself with more and better pleasurable sensations and activities, food, sex, music, touch, vacations, boats, cars, planes, flights, excitement, jewelry. It goes on and on. All kinds of things to improve your sensations, to bring you physical and sensational pleasure. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Marcel Proust. The world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper. W.B. Yeats. The third love center is our power center. Dominating or being dominated by people and situations is characteristic of operating from this center. Using hierarchy, manipulation, and control to increase attention, prestige, pride, wealth, even love. About power. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. This was said by Abraham Lincoln. Love and power. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. By Mahatma Gandhi. The fourth love center. This is the love center. When we're operating from this center, we transcend subject, object, me, him, me, her. We transcend those type of feelings. We see and feel vibrations and rhythms with flowing acceptance. We see you in everyone and everyone in you. feel compassion for other people's suffering, and we even feel compassion for our own suffering. We start to love everyone unconditionally. The good life. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people behave in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is the good life. Play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. Charles R. Swindoll. The fifth love center. This is the cornucopia center. When you're operating from this fifth love center, your world becomes a horn of plenty, and you feel lots of happiness and joy. If you completely accept something, it changes. If you completely accept it, it shifts. Eckhart Tolle. Self-acceptance. If you don't find comfort in your own skin, you will never find comfort in the world. Don't expect the world to accept you for who you are when you don't. By Philip McKernan. And what you seek, you already are. By Deepak Chopra. The sixth love center is the self-awareness center. When you're operating from this center, you watch your body and mind, you witness it. You behave in a state of low awareness, witness your dramatic life games from a place of non-judgment, a higher place, free from fear or vulnerability. In this sixth love center, you really witness what's going on. It doesn't stop you from getting caught up in your human lower center actions, thoughts, and feelings, but you become a witness to it, and that alone shifts it, and you start to change. The mind. The mind creates all suffering. Whenever you are tempted with any form of evil, sin, lack, resist not evil. Sit quietly and realize this. God is great and the only principle of life. God is the source of all being. This thing bothering me now is mind, presenting a picture to me, as if thy will can be found in the external world. By my mentor and teacher, Joel Goldsmith, who created The Infinite Way, a powerful perspective about who we are as spiritual beings. Faith, consciousness, and awareness all exist beyond the thinking mind. By Ram Dass. The seventh center of love consciousness is the cosmic consciousness center. In this center, when you're operating at this level, you become pure consciousness. You realize and accept your oneness with everyone and everything. Sometimes we get a glimpse of cosmic consciousness. I had a powerful cosmic conscious experience at a yoga ashram in Paradise Island about 2 decades ago. Ravi Shankar was playing the sitar. I was sitting with someone who was doing shiatsu on my back, and I suddenly was praying to Jesus and sending love to everyone I knew. But I was brought up Jewish, and we never even mentioned Jesus in the house. And I was at an ashram with yogis and the Hindu philosophy. So for that to come to me, it had to be spiritually inspired. And I saw myself as being a road and being a tree. I was just really aware of the earth beneath my feet and the world around me in an unusual, strong way. That was my cosmic consciousness experience. It's really difficult to stay in that state, but we get glimpses of it. And the more often we can get back into that state, the more beautiful life becomes. The earth has disappeared beneath my feet. It fled from all my ecstasy. Now, like a singing air creature, I feel the rose keep opening. By Hafiz. When we transcend our own thoughts, we get in touch with the womb of creation. By Deepak Chopra. The 7 chakras. These chakras are really similar to the 7 centers of consciousness. The 7 centers are actually based on the chakras. So I want to go over the chakras and relate them to these 7 centers. The first chakra is the root chakra at the base of the spine. This is about basic trust, and this is the security center. The second chakra is the sacral chakra. It's about sexuality and creativity, and it's the sensation center. The third chakra is the solar plexus chakra. It's all about wisdom and power, and this is the power center. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra. It's all about love and healing, and that's the love center. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra, all about communication. This is the cornucopia center, the horn of plenty, when you are really able to communicate fully, openly, with aliveness with all of your senses. The sixth chakra is the third eye chakra, which is all about awareness. And this is the self-awareness center. But the self that you're aware of is your deeper, higher, spiritual, connected self. And the seventh chakra is the crown chakra. This is all about spirituality, and it is the cosmic consciousness center. These 30-day love lessons are serious and life-changing. You will see amazing results if you seriously intend to expand your loving and love fearlessly and openly. Join the Facebook group, introduce yourself, share your dream of love, give and receive loving support. As we close, remember, start each day focused on love. Ask every day, in every moment, what would love do now? And always remember, what would love do now for me? End each day reviewing the power of your love, the ways you turned away from love, shared your love freely, and felt loved by others. The Love Pledge. Every day I develop greater awareness and communication, acceptance and forgiveness, compassion and tenderness, love, trust, and respect for myself and for others. Love agenda for today. In your Love Habits journal, write about the 7 centers of love consciousness and really examine yourself. In which center of love consciousness are you usually operating from? What has to happen for you to move up to the next center or an even higher center of consciousness? Share your love center in the Facebook group. The references for this lesson are Ken Keyes Jr., The Handbook to Higher Consciousness, and Joel Goldsmith, The Infinite Way. Thank you for participating in these love lessons, and I look forward to sharing with you again in the next lesson.